Good evening, good people, and welcome to another amazing episode of the Fat Girl Chronicles. And y'all know what we do. We get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most each and every Tuesday, which we lovingly call Fat Tuesday right here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be coming back to Instagram real soon. Okay? Real soon. But listen, tonight, we are talking about leveling up your brand, personal branding goals for the new year. It's the new year, and I know last week we jived and messed with y'all talking about whether or not y'all gonna keep up with them goals and New Year's resolutions and whatnot. But for those of you who do plan on it, when it comes to business, we gonna help y'all get them personal branding goals together for the new year. Okay? All right. I'm your girl, Leah Rochelle, just in case you didn't know. But, hey, y'all, hey. What's good, peoples?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey!
How y'all feeling?
What's up? What's up? We in here.
Y'all all
We in
right?
here.
Y'all
That
all
Tuesday.
right?
We
We
in
good.
this.
I'm at he's Millie rocking with small hands.
It's what people do. I mean, you know, regular people got little hands, be Millie rocking.
Damn. You talking about branding, you know what I mean?
Oh,
It's part of my brand.
So that's a part of your brand, small hands?
Yeah. Small hands, wigs, crowns, whatever.
Okay.
Got talent.
Hey, I'm gonna do a quick impression real quick before we get started, right? Crowns, whatever. Y'all ready? This is Mouth at Freaknik.
Moses, you sound like you was starting up a vehicle over there.
Yeah, you had the big shoulder joint back there.
Oh, man.
With the big joint in, with the VHS.
Now with the VHS.
He ain't lying, for real. You said Freaknik? Nah, well, that'll be the end of Freaknik, but the start of Freaknik would have been the one that Mouth talking about, the big one with the VHS tape.
Or the Betamax.
Back in 93, like 96, yeah.
Wow. Hey, Anisha.
Hey, darling, what's going on? I'm good.
Good. I'm as good. Y'all all right? Y'all ready to get into this conversation?
Let's do it. Shout out to the Deltas. Founders Day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I was getting ready to say that. Happy Founders Day to my favorite Delta and our favorite trap therapist, none other than my sister. Happy Founders Day, girl, and all the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. Happy Founders Day. May it forever be beautiful and amazing. And that it is a journey that you are extremely proud of taking. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to the Deltas. I know a lot of Deltas.
They thick too, ain't they?
I'm pretty sure you know a lot of Deltas.
Oh boy. Amen. Today is Tuesday.
That's right. We call that Fat Tuesday.
Meanwhile, back at y'all baby mama's houses. We finna get into the conversation. We hope y'all are prepared. Make sure y'all get y'all notebooks ready, because we're having a conversation that is necessary tonight. Okay. A lot of different people have, not only do they have businesses, but they also have personal brands. And so with these personal brands, a lot of people skip a variety of the steps it takes to have a banging ass personal brand, or sometimes they just really don't know how to build it up, create it, and continue to follow through with said personal brand. But also, that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to give y'all some tidbits, some information, some gems to help y'all figure out your path in creating an amazing personal brand. Does anybody know the difference between, what a personal brand is? Any of y'all know?
It's like your uniform for what you do. So when you walk out there, they see you. That's your brand. You are the brand.
You.
You know. You see Leo. She has PGC stuff on all the time. She's always talking PGC. This, that, third. That's the brand. The colors, always the same colors, always the same lettering. So when you look at McDonald's, no matter how far away you are, you see them golden arches. You know what it is. So.
Yeah, so that is part of branding. But
and we have little hands.
As far as having a personal brand, Leo Rochelle is my personal brand.
Mm-hmm.
My who I am as a person is separate from my personal brand. So my real name
What?
My real name is separate
from
the Leo Rochelle brand. But they also intertwine a lot, simply because that's just how it works as far as my branding. Simply because I post a lot on my personal Facebook page and all those kind of things. And so whether you met me in person or via Facebook, what I have accumulated or put out there into the world, you blend the two together seamlessly. They aren't two different people, but one is a brand and one is actually, you know what I'm saying? One is who I am as a person and the other one is a brand. Leo Rochelle is a brand and I am the face of said brand. So that's kind of an easier way to explain it. Go
ahead and tell me your real name.
Nah, they don't need to know all that. If they don't know, then they don't need to know.
Her name Bertha, y'all. If y'all ain't know, okay.
Boy, no.
Bertha Rochelle.
You picked the most.
Bertha Rochelle.
What? Neither. And it ain't Rochelle.
Rochelle.
Say it right.
Union Fiti, do people would take Target? Yellow?
But yeah, so Pablo is, well, depending on how many times you change your name, because you got all these aliases and whatnot, but so Pablo would be your personal brand, because that's what a lot of people know you as in regards to like podcasting and all those other kind of things. So even when it goes back into SMG, all of that kind of stuff, that's what people know you as. So you've been building a personal brand.
Yeah.
Haitian Boy Moses.
Some people ain't know my real name. They just think I'm Pablo.
Yeah, and the mouth is a brand. You know what I'm saying? That's a brand.
Yep.
So all of those different things, if you could put a logo with it, then it's a brand pretty much. So the mouth has his brand. I have my brand. Moses has his brand. Pablo, you have yours. Anisha has a business and is working on her personal brand. So those are the differences, and you guys just have to continue to build out that personal brand. And so personal branding is kind of how you represent yourself, how you present yourself, your values, and your expertise to the world. It is the impression you leave both online and offline. So when I'm introduced to somebody as Leo Rochelle, and the impression that I leave at that point in time and in that moment is what they will remember me by. So if somebody is introduced to me in that name and then they don't have a really great experience, then they'll remember that. Like, I remember her. Oh, I remember her. You know.
Yeah. Bertha was wild. Mm-hmm.
Boy, I know you get that name from. But because that is just like, first of all, that name is irritating me because that just sounds
old as hell.
Oh, but it also sounds like the plus size mammy that would be in a movie or something. Like, what are we doing? It's given.
It's giving the lady that used to be on the Aunt Jemima pancake box.
It's
giving the lady on Tom
Definitely
and Jerry, the black lady that we never saw.
That's the lady that used to be on the Aunt Jemima pancake box with that scarf tied around her head.
Definitely crusty feet.
That's what it's giving, and I don't like it.
Okay,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Eunice.
Boy.
Now he didn't win some.
Anyway, because ain't nobody finna play with Pablo. But outside of just those who are entrepreneurs and all of those kind of things, personal branding is very crucial, simply because a strong brand builds credibility. It attracts opportunities and establishes trust. So, a lot of people that hear my name, a lot of times they know. Let me use, for example, Afros and Audio Podcast Festival. When a lot of people met me there, when I came back, they remembered me simply because, one, I'm very colorful. One, I'm tall. Two, I'm plus size. Three, I stand out. My presence stands out a lot compared to a lot of other people in those kind of settings. I'm usually the one walking around, kind of loud, talking, very, in your face kind of person. And so that's what people remember. But also, it's what makes people remember me. Because I stand out, because I don't, kind of blend in with everybody else. That's my brand value. Because I think, like, I'll go in there with bright colored lipstick on and all those other kind of things. So that's what it is. It's part of my brand. Based on the show, what do you guys believe, or what your experiences? What is your brand? Like Pablo was saying at the beginning. Were we on here yet? No, that was before we got on here. Pablo was saying that parts of his brand were the wigs, the little tiny hands, all those kind of things. So, what would you guys say is part of your brand in particular? What makes your brand or you as a brand stand out?
Mine's kind of like yours. It kind of intertwines with Dale, but they are two separate entities. The mouth, Dale can be tired, chilling, but when it's time to be the mouth, he's a different entity. He's crazy, he's energetic, he's funny. Dale is laid back, chill, sip on wine, smoke a cigar. He's still gonna laugh and joke a little bit, but he's more laid back. So let me tell y'all
something. He is absolutely not lying. Because the person who was on the show when we first met, I was like, who is this nigga? What's this dude? This ain't the dude I met. This ain't the dude that was,
This ain't the dude that be on the show every Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm like, because we started the show virtually. We had never met in person. So everybody who was on the show was virtual. I think at that time, I had only met
three.
3
3 out of 6.
I had only met 3 of the 6. So everybody else was kind of new, and then we were still trying to, merge and, mesh and all of that other kind of stuff. And when I've known Mouth for a long time via social media and whatnot. And so it was a great thing to see like him being a part of the show and all that kind of stuff. And even just his personality on the show was like amazing, top notch. But in person, he is like night and day. He wasn't very social. He was very laid back, very chill, very to himself. And I was like, is he okay? Is he all right? Like, need something? Because it was so different. It was such a big difference in who I met in person and who I met via social media. And so it was really just like, oh. And that's how he ended up with the name Pop Pop, because he was very to himself. He was real chill. And when I tell you, he was really about his music and all of that kind of stuff, because he was doing his radio show at that time. He was doing Wind Down Wednesdays. And what was your Sunday?
Sultry Sundays.
Sultry Sundays. I was about to say Sexy Sundays, but I knew that wasn't right. And Sultry Sundays. So.
Yeah. And then when I was doing the show, the New Music Moments was like an hour long. So I'll be researching and finding new music. So when we all got together, it was like, okay, when we had to shoot or whatever, I get with everybody, we'll go shoot. Then when I finish shooting, I'm in the room researching music, finding new music, getting ready for the show. But whenever we had to do something, I was there. I was there on time, ready to roll.
He would pop out. He was like the little, whack-a-mole. Like he would pop out, and then when he was done, he gone on back. And then, T-Ron, you need to man your business, because it's acting up, so it won't let me fill up my square. Because I'm always turned sideways to fill up my square, but for whatever reason, it ain't acting right.
He said, fill up your square.
For whatever reason, it ain't acting right, and it ain't letting me do it. So be quiet.
Sit sideways, crossing the days.
So look, let me tell y'all a little secret about me. See, y'all pretty much have gotten the introvert part of me. Anisha already has a brand. So on the other side of everybody that's on my Facebook page and all of my social media, I call everybody sugar. And for me, I'm always the one to motivate, encourage, inspire, all of that. But on the other side, I'm an introvert. I don't particularly care to be around a whole lot of people because I retreat. But when I have to step out, I do. I speak to kids. I speak at events. I am that motivation. So behind everything, if you see everybody, if you see me out, everybody is going to call me Chief, because they have labeled me as the chief motivator. That's me. But on the other end, I'm kind of like Mouth. I'm just going to sit in the back and pay attention. And hey, I'm not going to do a whole lot.
Same.
I'm not going to do a whole lot. But when it's time for me to game face on, it's like before I do anything, it's usually I take my mother everywhere I go to record, because before I get there, I am dead silent. I don't talk. I do nothing. I don't want to have a conversation with you. When I get there, I'm asking you 2 questions. Where you need me? Where am I supposed to be? And then I'm off in the back of the room in a corner by myself. And that is for me and God to have a conversation, for me to do what I need to do. For a long time, I wouldn't say nothing. And I never said much until 1994, when my little brother got killed in a car accident. I became his voice. Before that, you never heard much from me. You never heard much from me, because I was always teased as the darker, the plus size girl. And I never said much. I never said much. And now that I've come into my own, I step out and do some stuff that I would have, you wouldn't been able to get me to do it. But now, look, I am who I am because this is who God made me to be. And I gotta do what I'm supposed to do. So I'm kind of coming out of that. Because like when I did with the photo shoot with Moses and Leo, I would have talked myself right out of that. But I didn't. And I showed up every day. I showed up every day. Because typically, Anisha I will talk myself dead out of something. And I've talked myself out of some stuff that I should have already been doing. But this time, it ain't no time to talk myself out of it. So that introvert, I'm trying to pull out of that.
So I love that. And I'm glad that you said that because I'm the total opposite. Like in public, you know, it's one thing, but I swear to y'all, everybody think I'm outside all the time. And those that really know me know that I really be at home. I really be at home. Like Moses will tell you, like T-Ron will tell you, I literally be working or at home. And if I'm at home, it's really quiet over here, unless my music going. But most of the time, it is really quiet over here. It's real settled. Like, that's why y'all never hear nothing over here now. Like, I mean, of course we doing the show, but in general, like, it's quiet. I like quiet. I like chill. I like calm. I like peaceful. So outside of, like, Leo, there's Tiffany. Since Pablo want me to say my name. And Tiffany is Tiffany, like I said, Tiffany and Leo are one and the same. But when I'm home and before I'm on the show or all those kind of stuff, I'm Tiffany. I'm Tip.
Do you remember I had to get out? You remember I had to get out of habit of calling you Tiffany
on the show? Yeah. And that was a change for a lot of people. They was like, wait. And even some of the people that were on here as guests, they be like, Leo. And I used to laugh because I'm like, no, it's cool. Like, you know, if you don't do it regularly, you got to get adjusted to it. But now some people have gotten so used to calling me Leo that they don't call me Tiffany. And it sounds weird when some people do say Tiffany. I'd be like, oh, don't say that.
Yeah, you tell me that all the time.
Yeah, because it sounds weird because I'm so used to certain people calling me Leo that when I do hear them call me by my real name, I'm like, that don't sound right. That don't sound right coming up out your mouth.
So basically, we've come to the conclusion that everyone on the Fat Girl Chronicles is a fucking fraud. We get on here. We get on here. We fucking laugh and joke.
We are not a fraud.
I'm not a fraud.
Like everybody's quiet as fuck.
I'm not a fraud.
I'm definitely in my room just chilling.
And then Moses be on here all quiet and chill.
But he's different.
But that is not how he is in real life.
I want y'all to know that's not Moses. Moses got 5,999 jokes.
Yo, stop playing.
And it's just up and out.
He is not this quiet in real life.
No.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
No, he ain't.
To myself.
He talk. Please believe me, he talk.
I think it'd be the camera in his face when he be on here. Because in real life,
he used to be behind the camera.
He used to be behind that camera, so he can talk behind that camera.
He talks shit behind the camera. Right.
Anisha, I thought we had a good relationship.
I love you. I still love you.
I thought me and you, we connect.
We did. We still there. Don't do that. We still
there. Is not helping. I expected this from Leo, but not from you. Not from you at all.
I do. I love you.
Well, this is more Leo. At least somebody can vouch for it to know that I'm not lying. Mm-hmm. Because that is not how he is in person. That is not how he is on a regular basis. You know. Now I will say, like, as far as like all the motivation and all that other kind of stuff, that's absolutely me. But That's absolutely me all day, every day. I randomly wake up and send voice messages or text messages and motivational shit all the time. But yeah, outside of all those things, we really be chilling. And that's the part I don't think a lot of people understand in regards to like how we have to build our brands in order to, you know, meet the people or meet the needs of the people that we're looking to service based on our business. But outside of that, there is a separation. Just like some people can't separate the artist from the music when it comes to people like R. Kelly and things like that. People have a hard time separating the artist from the music. And they always say, well, the artist is who made the music. Yeah, but at the same time, he was doing it to fulfill a purpose, and his purpose was to make music.
But just like actors in their roles, sometimes the role is so good, people equate that to the person.
Yeah, like Angela Bassett will always be Tina Turner to most people.
Right.
Angela
So Tina will always be the dude from Power, the young dude from Power.
Yeah, Doc. I think you haven't called me by my real name in like 10 years, Doc.
It's hard for me to call you by your real name. Because that's my dad's name. And so it's always hard for me to call you by your name. And I'm like, Pablo.
It's very rare that people, like, unless I'm at work, people call me by my real name. Other than that, it's either Pablo or the Jester.
Yeah. And my sister, she always, the way she remembers your name is that she say, what's his name? The one from the Backyardigans.
Backyardigans.
Yeah, Pablo.
It was one on there called Pablo. That's what she always says.
And my son name is Tyrone.
Pablo and, like,
just all Backyardigan up.
She always like, what's the one from the Backyardigans?
Tyrone.
Can y'all imagine the ad now for the live show? Come hang out with us live. The Fat Girl Chronicles. Come hang out with 5 fucking introverts.
We're gonna have a good time.
It's different.
But it's different when we on here. It's a totally different situation when we on here. It's totally different vibes when we on here.
Definitely.
It'll be different. It'll be quite interesting.
But I don't want y'all to think I don't have a good time. Like, we had a good time at our first retreat.
Oh,
look, I believe you. I believe you.
We sat outside. We did a live show. We smoked cigars. We had a good time.
We have a good time every time we get together. Like, we actually did 2 meetups for the team, and the first one was great, and then the second one was even better. The second one was even better.
We went out. The second one, we went out.
Yeah, the second one, we got to, like, we did our business there. We actually got to go outside and be together in the streets and whatnot. So we had a good time doing that too. So I think a lot of times when it comes to personal branding, people just find it hard to separate the two. When they like with Doc. When I see his name pop up on Facebook, I be like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah. I was about to say, like, it's been a long time since I called Doc by his real name.
Yeah. And so when I see his name, I'll be like, who the fuck is, oh, never mind, that's Doc. And then, you know, I have to remember simply because I met him as Doc J. You know what I'm saying? And so, like he said, he met us with our stage name, so he can't call us by our real names. But, you know, if necessary, if it push came to shove and he had to, he would. But some other things when it comes to like personal branding is, hold on, let me look at my notes. I got notes tonight. Got a lot of them. So let me ask y'all this. How did y'all personal brands come about? Like, how did you come to the name of your personal brand? Like Moses and, you know, Pablo, how did you, and Anisha, how did you all choose your names, or did people give you your name when it came to your personal brand?
So before everybody start, I'm just gonna leave this nugget right here, and then y'all come back to me. So my name was given to me by a group of women.
Right.
Now go ahead on there, y'all come and say, I'm gonna let that marinate.
We don't need to let that marinate. We get you.
I knew he was about
T-Ron. This fool said, I have people I call by their social media handles, even if I know their real name. I'd be like, hey, grilled cheese cow 62.
Be like that.
I'd be mad as hell.
Real cheese.
Cow 62.
I would be
like
so mad. Like, boy, what? I would be mad about that.
Why?
Because you calling me that?
No.
You know my real
Why
name?
did you put it as your social media handle? That's your fault.
Because it means something, but not for you to just be calling me that.
I call
out
you
in
by
public.
it. You can't get mad. I agree.
No,
Good job,
I
T-Ron.
could.
Like that.
Right.
Real
Right.
cheese cow 62.
What's up, real bitch 33?
Listen.
I would do that my damn self. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing it now.
What is happening?
This is why my social media got my name on it.
Hey, you see? Yeah, No, I'm not doing that. I don't like people knowing who I am. No, I'm chill. Okay.
This is why my Facebook page got my name on it, but my Instagram and my TikTok and my other two do not. Those say greatness guru. That's it. But you know.
Anisha, that's what I'm gonna do now. Yo, greatest guru, come here.
That's you see. And here's the thing: I would answer you to that.
Come here, greatest. Come here.
I will answer. I will.
Hey, Gigi, come here, Gigi.
That's the best.
I will absolutely answer you. I
here, greatness.
Like I said, like when I'm outside, it is so many people that don't even say Anisha. It's usually, "Hey, Chief, what's going on?"
I'm gonna call you Gigi.
It's not. Right. It's not many people that call me by my name. Not very many. Or they say, "Hey, sugar," because that is how I greet everybody, and I greet everybody with a hug. Now, if I do not hug you, please don't. I have to tell people, don't always take it personal. But I can.
I thought you was about to say, "Please don't hug me."
No. I don't take it personal, but I can also feel that there's something going on with you, and a hug is a transfer of energy.
Absolutely.
And when I walk away, it's been a lot of times where that transfer of energy has transferred and I'm carrying somebody else's, but that don't belong to me. Mm-hmm. But what I'm first going to say to you is like, what's up? What's going on? What's wrong with you? And you're going to be like, how she know? Because I do. But I greet everybody with a hug. I don't do the handshake thing. Don't stick your hand out to shake my hand. I'm going to hug.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Okay.
Not a problem, Gigi.
Okay. Okay. No, but it's just that's how I got it. Is because it was I've always been labeled as that strong friend that give everybody that everybody call when they got something, and I'm always giving the sound advice because my first question to you is, you want me to lie to you or tell the truth? Now, if you want me to lie, I'm gonna hang up because I'm not gonna be able to do it. Because I'm not gonna always tell you that you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. And you got to fix it. But I'm going to give you the best advice that I can to help you fix it.
Makes sense to me.
But I ain't going to lie to you because I'm not that yes man to be like, yeah, you was. No, you wasn't. You acted a plumb fool. No. We not doing that outside in the street. No, I got stuff to lose. You can go ahead on with all that.
I got stuff to lose. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hands for that. Much
that I done worked on it.
Keep on preaching, Gigi. Keep on preaching. Your new name is Gigi.
I cannot with you, Moses.
Matter of fact, I'm changing it in my phone right now. Gigi.
That's funny.
I cannot.
Hey, Auntie Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
What's up? All the good folk hanging out tonight on Tuesday night like they got.
Hug me greatness.
And I will absolutely give you a hug. Pablo.
I'm like, come
Wait,
here,
wait,
Josh,
Jimmy.
Pablo, well, let me tell you something. When I went to pull you up on fire, I said, "Who the hell? Who is yours?" And then I was like, "Oh, that's Pablo." Oh, my bad.
Doc said my brand, believe it or not, came from the movie Full Metal Jacket, and I use that handle to start gaming online. And ironically, people call me Jay, and I have a doctorate degree.
Wow.
Dot
So
J.
that's how it ended with Dr. J.
Yeah, Dot J.
Jay.
Okay.
Okay, doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
Doctorate degree.
He just a drug dealer. He that's all he
For
is.
real, low key. High key.
Him is smart.
Mm-hmm.
Him is very smart.
Either he's smart or he patient. He just sat in school for 8 years. That's all.
And him is goofy. He is silly as shit. Y'all be seeing his damn comments on here. That man's silly.
In real life.
In real life.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow.
But he know how to have a good time. So I
That's
love
cool
people
though. I was gonna
that are
say,
smart
like
that know how to have a good time.
all the time. That's cool.
Yeah, if he bring his podcast back, y'all gonna see it all the time. But you know, I ain't the one talking.
He keeps saying no.
Right.
It's okay. Pablo, how did you start your brand and the name Pablo and all that? Where did that come from?
Pablo. I was sitting here thinking. That's why I'm glad y'all was talking. I had to remember how I got the name.
You said keep talking.
Yeah, keep going. Keep the party going. Shout out to my friend on Instagram, Pepster. That's her Instagram name. Her real name is Destiny. Shout out to her. She was the one that gave me the name Pablo. So before I was a podcaster and everything, I was a memer. I was a real popular memer on Instagram. And I had I think over 118,000 followers at one point. And I used to throw out memes literally every 10 seconds. Like you can set your watch to it. So, and then anytime a new current event happened, I had the memes for it. So basically she was calling me Pablo, like Pablo Escobar. But instead of having the bricks, I got the memes. And she even made a meme and had like memes behind me, and I was just sitting there like this, like Pablo was in Narcos. So that's where Pablo came from. And then when I became a podcaster, I just took Pablo with me because I didn't want nobody to know my real name. And it was Pablo the Pod Boss. So that's where it all started. Shout out to Destiny. Yep.
Okay, Pablo. What about you, Moses?
And Pod Boss came from 60 Days In or 90 Days In, whatever that show's called.
I don't know.
Yeah, when the regular people go into jail and they got sit and they tell on the inmates. You know, it's a good show. Y'all should watch it. But
you already know what I be watching. I tell y'all I watch the same 4-5 shows.
And then the head inside the big boss inside the jail is called the Pod Boss because the cells are called pods. So it's like Pod Boss and like podcasting. Put it together. So
Okay.
What about you, Moses?
I don't even remember how I got the name Moses.
How you get Haitian boy and you from Alabama, right?
Boy, no.
By way of Minnesota.
I'm not.
I'm not even gonna play with you right now. Nah, Haitian boy. Haitian boy I got from photography school. When I went to photography school, I was abbreviating everything.
He racist as hell calling you Haitian boy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I lied to you now. He was like,
That's the Haitian boy.
No, yeah, just he's like, well, come on, you need something to identify with yourself. Haitian boy. I was like, oh shit. I like it.
That's crazy.
So I just picked Haitian boy images and then Haitian boy Moses. Well, but I was always called Moses though. Moses was just like, I forgot who gave me the name Moses though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been called Moses since like way before I even started photography. That's
wow.
Yeah.
Damn, Doc, 10 years.
Yes, I guess a lot of people. Yeah, I guess a lot of people have done that. Like, just took names that they had from their childhood and brought them
Hey,
along and created brands
Hey,
behind it. Yeah.
Well, look at there. Hey, stranger.
I know that who I think that is.
Stranger
shoulder.
danger. Stranger danger.
Shoulder.
His shoulders. You said
Hit him with the
shoulders. Hit him with the shoulder. Hit him with the shoulder.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do that too, Mouth, that they just take names that they grew up with and use them for, you know, for business and all of that other kind of stuff. My name came together because I still do fashion wardrobe styling, but when I first started doing it, the girl who was kind of like mentoring me, she was like, you need to come up with a name. You need a name. You need a name for your, you know, styling or whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna use my real name. She was like, well, you need something that may be catchy. And then just in case you don't want people knowing your real name, like you need, you know, another name. And I was like, okay. And then so I started asking her, like, how did she come up with her name? I don't even remember what the hell that girl name was. I know her real name, but I don't know her. No, I remember her real name. I don't remember her.
You don't know her fashion name.
Yeah. I remember her fashion name, but I remember her real name. And so we were just kind of having a conversation about it or whatever. And she was like, she took two things and kind of was like playing around with it and put it together. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, you know.
Not Tara Banks, is it?
You said what?
It's not Tara Banks, is it?
Man, no. And so as she was giving me, you know, her story and whatnot, I just started thinking about two things, you know, and one thing that people used to always say to me, oh, you a Leo to a T. You is such a Leo. You is such a Leo. You are such a Leo. You know what I'm saying? And I used to get that all the time. And just like, you know, any other Leo, I rep big for my sign. And so I've always been that way, So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use the name Leo because Leo 1 is unisex. So you can't really tell just based off of the name. You can't really tell, you know, if it's a man or a woman. You don't really know what you're getting into. So if you have never met me, you can't really say anything about me. And you can't be like, oh yeah, but nah, like the name Leo within itself, most of the time people think it's a dude. And so I love the anonymity of having a unisex kind of name where it's like, is they foreign or, you know, just trying to figure it all out. And then Rochelle is my actual middle name. And so that's why I put both of those together. And it got a little ring to it, you know, so I liked it. And that's what I've been. And I actually looked this up the other day because I've been working on my personal brand, which is why I felt it was necessary to kind of talk about this before we got too far into the year. Like, this is the perfect time to start analyzing your brand, looking at your brand, how you want to build, how you want to grow, how you want to further your brand this year, but also looking at not just looking at the Fat Girl Chronicles, but I'm looking at myself as a brand. How do I want to grow myself? How do I want to expand? What platforms do I want to see myself on? Sometime within the near future, I want to do a TED Talk, you know, those kind of things. And putting myself in that frame of mind of looking towards the future, but making sure that as I look towards the future, that I am building a brand and a platform and a business that speak to who I am as a person. Because nothing that I do, I don't ever want to be inauthentic to my brand. So I had to look up when I chose that name or when that name came about. And it's been about 13, 14 years now that I've been going by Leo Rochelle. Because I looked up when I set up my Leo Rochelle Facebook page. And that was created in like 2014. So I know that at least a year or so before I set up my Facebook page is when I started using the name.
Okay.
And I was like, damn, that's been a long time.
Wow.
But I've been where I'm at currently for like 10 years. So I know I've had it way longer than I've been living here because the young lady I was working with, that was when I was back home. So it had to be about, a few years more than I've been living here. So yeah, it's been a whole journey though. So let me ask y'all this. Do you guys think you have like made your footprint on social media or left your print on the world so far based on what you're doing with your brand?
Not yet.
Absolutely.
I think I was on my way and got set back, a little bit. But now was about to reinvent, rebrand, revisit the same lane, but this time just more consistency.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, people know me. It's a thing. If I take any time off from Instagram or if I stop potting, people they know that I'm missing. It's like I'm part of their day now. I'm part of their routine. Some people wake up and when they go to the bathroom, they go right to my page. They don't even text their mate good morning. They'll go to my page first and then go text their people. So so yeah, and I've got many messages of people being in the hospital saying I got them through their day, this, that, and the third. I got them through cancer, all that good stuff. So yeah, I done touch some folks every once in a while. So no R. Kelly, no R. Kelly.
Period, Pooh. Okay, because no, I'm just playing, but dead ass serious.
They showed us you need to relax. You need to relax.
Listen, I already signed up, friend. Call me later. We'll talk.
Y'all ridiculous. Y'all ridiculous.
I had thought about
so
doing
serious.
that too.
You said what, Mel?
Don't do it.
I thought about doing it too, but they told me I had to charge half price.
I mean, just put both of them on there though, because people will got fetishes. People got fetishes, my guy. Put both of them on there. Somebody gonna be looking for that. Then make you some coin. Make you some coin. Ayla said, nope, I was close, but someone hacked my page and then I kind of got lost.
That happened to me too. My page got hacked. And I refused to give in to a motherfucker and give some money for my page.
Yeah, they try to hack my page. But I know people at Meta, so they couldn't
That's why I said put both of them in there. Cross them.
I'm like, y'all
and take them pictures, baby. Somebody gonna be like, oh, that's different. Let me pay for that. But I feel like there are other areas that I want to tap into. I want to do more speaking engagements and things like that. Yeah. I honestly feel like I had put myself kind of in a bubble the last couple of years, even though I've still been doing this and all those kind of things. I feel like life got to life in a for real way for a while. And I'm finally starting to see the dust settle. Mm-hmm. And where I want the brand to go, it is forcing me out of my bubble. And I'm really trying to get out of my bubble. But sometimes it's hard when that's been your safe space, or that's been the only way that you've been able to reset and regroup. And I'm going to say for the last year and some change, I've finally been able to like kind of breathe and get settled a little bit. And then now I'm settling even more because more pieces of my puzzle are coming together. And so that was one of the things I posted on social media, is that people do not talk about how hard it is trying to build your life, rebuild your life, and keep your business and brand relevant and present at the same time. Like, that is a for real fucking thing. And it is really fucking hard because people don't even begin to understand the type of work that you have to do in order to keep your brand present. While on this side of the screen or this side of the wall, shit is in shambles. And we talked about that before on one of the shows, Pop, how we were talking about, like, the show was called We Motherfucking Tired. Right. Because at that time, it was just so much shit going on. And the people who knew at that time knew how my life was just like shuffling constantly up in the air. And I was always on the road. I was always on the go. That's how I fucking met Moses at that time, when my life was shuffling and shambles and all of that. And I will say some great things came from that, but also it was just like trying to resettle and then continuously build your brand and continuously feeling like the momentum has to keep going. And where the fuck I've been pulling it from? Who the fuck knows? Thank you, Big Sandals. Cause that's all Big Sandals right there. Like, all of it is Big Sandals. Cause I can't even tell you where sometimes, like, where the ideas come from, where the momentum, the push or willingness to keep going. So I get it, you know. And Ayla, as far as you being a little lost, we got you. We got you. You too, Mouth. You got a setback, but I already know what we about to be on. We about to get it. And I really feel like I have some great people in my life. One of the things, side note, this is a sidebar, okay? I've recognized that a lot of people are so used to me being in Leo mode that it is hard for them to kind of believe that I need checking in on, or I need help, or those kind of things. Like, being the way that I am, a lot of people don't see the need to kind of check in because I'm so very self-sufficient and all those kind of things. I think it makes it hard for people to feel like, oh, well, no, she got it. You know, that's what people automatically assume. So, remember, the people that's out here always going and doing and pushing and striving for the next thing, they people too. They just probably really fucking high strung and too nervous to sit still or to settle, but they need to be checked on too.
What?
They need to be checked on too. They need to be checked in on. Because even when life be life, and sometimes those same people, when life is life and for them, they still checking on everybody else. They still trying to make sure everybody else is good. Because they know what it's like to not be checked in on. They know what it's like to not have people to care. They know what it's like when people are so used to you smiling and being this big light that they don't check in on you or they don't recognize when your light is not on.
Mm.
So make sure you guys are mindful of that about the people in your life, okay?
That's it, Doc. Remember that sometimes a therapist needs
therapists need therapists.
You need therapy too. It's like we pouring from a cup, but y'all got to understand that sometimes our cup becomes empty, and we have nothing.
Sometimes we don't even have
it ain't
a cup.
Nothing in the cup. We didn't give you everything in our cup. Everything
Sometimes we be out here like
we just out here. It ain't even no residue left in that cup.
We be out here pouring y'all from
we
our
still
hands.
pouring.
We
still pouring into everybody else, and you ain't tapped in to say, pause a minute and be like, damn, you all right?
Yeah. Let me help you right now with the cup, with pouring your cup. You're not supposed to pour out of your cup. They're supposed to get your overflow.
From the saucer. Yes,
from the saucer. But we tend to give.
But that's a lesson.
Stop giving away from your cup.
People have to learn.
And let the people around you catch the overflow. Stop giving away from your cup. I had to learn that. I learned that from a therapist.
It's a lesson.
From
that's what I'm saying.
You
have to learn. You have to learn that hard lesson.
Yeah. It's a hard lesson that you have to learn, that you can't keep giving from your cup. They are supposed to give from your overflow. They supposed to give from that saucer. And I tell people all the time, be the person that want to catch what comes from somebody's saucer. What's in a cup is in a cup for them. What's in that saucer is what we supposed to give to you. But sometimes you got to fall back and say, wait a minute, let me pause a minute and make sure you straight. Can I pour something into your cup so that cup can keep overflowing? So the next person, everything that you didn't gave to me, you can give it to the next person now, because I poured back into your cup to keep it overflowing. Sometimes you got to fall back, and I had to learn the hard way too. I had to fall back and just tell some people, I don't got it.
Right.
I don't got it. I got it, but I don't got it to give to you right now. I got to take care of me for a minute. And when I'm done with this, if I got some left, I may give it to you. But I don't got it right now. I don't got it. That was the hardest thing, because I was always that one that was like, okay, I got you. I'll make sure you. Now I'm like, no, I don't got it. Nope. I don't got it.
Yeah. And sometimes that's a hard lesson, even in business, in personal experiences, simply because a lot of us lack boundaries. And even learning how to set boundaries with people, whether it's family or business or whatever the case may be, learning to set boundaries is a hard thing as well. Especially when you were a people pleaser or a former people pleaser, that setting boundaries and making sure people know that there is a line, then, it makes a big difference. Because like, as much as I love y'all, I tell y'all all the time, y'all got until 9:30 to reach out to me. And then my phone goes on do not disturb. And it's only certain ones that can get through after 9:30. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. But just make sure that your people that are constantly out here doing and going and checking in on people, make sure that y'all make a concerted effort to check in on those people too. Because, shit be real for everybody. And I say that all the time, because a lot of people use the convenient excuse that life is life. And I keep saying it's a convenient excuse, because people will easily be like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. It's an easy thing to say for people to give you undeserved sympathy. People say that all the time, because can we be honest and say that some people are lazy as fuck? Mm-hmm. So they don't even make efforts to reach out to people or to check in on people or to show up for people. It really is that, I just didn't feel like it. And so instead of just saying I didn't feel like it, or I was tired, or I just didn't, or just saying, people be like, I forgot. No, did you? And sometimes that oh man, life just been licensed. And then you get in sympathy that you don't even fucking deserve because you lying. You lying about life is just life. But it has become a convenient excuse because people know that you will. Because people know that you will easily forgive in that space when people say life is life.
Right.
Oh, life just been life. Oh, okay. You know,
And life really ain't life, and they just trying to
just
get
lazy
out of you. They trying to get, but you want everything from me over here, but you ain't gonna give nothing to nobody over here. Yep. Come on, man. You can't keep taking. And that was the hardest lesson in the world in business that I have to learn too, with my business. And I tell people, look, my price is my price. I'm not backing down off my price no more for nobody. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. When you get it, come talk to me. But I'm not, you don't nickel and dime when you go to Macy's. You don't nickel and dime when you buy them J's. So you're not finna nickel and dime me.
Shout out to the TikTok viral voice.
Some people nickel and dime with the J's.
What? Find somebody else to nickel and dime.
But
you still pay the money. But you still pay the money. But you want a discount from me? Well, we family. Family don't. Okay, blood don't make us family. But at the end of the day, you still gonna pay for this. This ain't personal. It's business.
Yeah, the Jordans be upside down. You know what I mean?
Anything at the end of the day,
he just standing there.
And mother still want to pay for their stuff. They won't get nothing from me for free. No, you gonna pay for it too. You gonna pay for it too.
I like it.
Stop nickel and diming people with their brand and their business and say, well, can you help me with I was thinking about you on 9,009. One Moses take 9,900 photos, but you only want to give him $200. Who?
Yeah.
No. No, he don't got it.
10 cents a photo, like Walgreens.
Right. Then take your picture with your camera and go print it out yourself. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. You want 9,900 photos, but I only got $200. Well, guess what? I'm not who you looking for.
Well, I am. You just gonna get 9 photos. That's all you probably get.
9 is too much.
Well, right. Moses
9 is too much.
You may gonna get you 2. Because that's all I got.
You expensive. Yeah, I can't work with you, Moses.
You what? Okay.
I ain't got mouth money, bro.
Mouth money.
Oh,
now you playing the pause game, Leo? Now you playing the pause game?
Because that's what y'all always do. Y'all do that shit like clockwork. Mouth money. Pause. This, that, and the third. Pause. Blah, blah, blah. Pause.
No, we just say that's crazy now. We just say that's crazy.
Oh.
You over here talking. It's so funny. You need to bring prices up. I think everybody in the new year, everybody be like, oh, my prices are going up. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And it ain't.
Yeah, it costs
it ain't.
I've been watching a lot of photographers, how they going up. I'm like, whoa, I'm doing something completely wrong.
And I don't even think it's that. I think it's I think a lot of times when we don't charge what we're worth, sometimes it's a self-esteem issue because we don't even know if we've reached the point that we deserve that amount. And that's a scary feeling, trying to charge more, because some of us charge what we charge because we're in a place where we need the business in order to keep life flowing and to keep life going, you know. But then other times we be like, no, I deserve more than this shit. And then we go bitch, moan, groan, and complain about it after we've settled for $40. You know what I'm saying? $40. So, you know, we go bitch, moan, and groan on the back end of it. And then when we could have just charged what we needed to charge on the front end of it, instead of putting ourselves in that rock, between that rock and a hard place. What you say?
Yeah, my business.
Hey. I didn't even know I was on your street, but
you just not
I'm in the driveway.
Yeah, right, you knocked down the door right there. You knocked down the door on that one.
Listen, I'm just saying, you know, we
second guess to think that people not gonna pay the price.
Yep.
You don't know what they got in their pocket. Tell them what the price
But
is.
be honest,
I'm
that's
trying
what we
to tell
do.
you 10 out of 10. The people gonna pray. They came to you for a reason
Mhm.
because they already know. And first of all, they're not bound into your business. They bound into you.
But
And
honestly,
they
that's
came to
what
you because they
that's
know what
exactly
you
what we're
do.
doing. We be jacking other people's pockets before we even know what they.
Exactly.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that.
And don't just say I'm gonna up my price because you saw that everybody else did. I mean, get paid what you're worth and what your time is for. But at the end of the day, once you tell most people your price, they be like, oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
good. Send the
just be
invoice.
fair to yourself and the consumer.
I'm about to
Right.
put all y'all for bullying. I'm about to get out of here. That's crazy.
Ah!
It's crazy.
Hey.
Nah, but it's a good time.
Yeah,
You're real about that.
I don't do it for $40 no more.
Man,
Yeah,
shut up, mouth.
If you still doing it for $40, you need to reevaluate some things.
I'm about to say now,
okay.
you got to get off that $40.
Haircuts don't went up, goddamn.
Yo, haircuts definitely went up. Seriously.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm
trying
to
get
get
cost
the
me
forehead
$50.
rub with a hot rag and
Yeah.
a
Eggs
shot of
$9.
bourbon.
I
First
can't
thing
get an egg sandwich.
I feel sorry for a barber if they're not I get mad when they increase their price and they lower their services. Like what? Wait a minute. So now I got to pay extra just for a beard? Wait a minute. No.
Yeah, some
Like,
of
give me
them
kid
get
price.
a little outrageous, but
Some do get a little outrageous. I honestly say about mine, he don't. He is gonna take great care of you and give you absolutely more than what you pay him for. More than what
All
you
these
pay.
niggas out here getting these Steve Harvey wigs now. That's why the price don't went up.
I'm about to get mine now.
So one of the ways that you can assess your brand to see like where you are is you can do a self-assessment exercise.
I got excited. I thought you said sexman.
No, assessment.
I do that all the time, Leo. I do self-assessment all the time. You know what I mean?
So this is how you would assess your brand. So you ask, what do people say about you when you're not in the room? When you're not in the room, because that makes a difference. 2, does your social media align with your goals? What you're putting out on social media, does it align with your goals? Does it align with who you are within that personal brand? And then also gather feedback. Ask trusted peers or mentors for honest feedback. Honest is the key word here, is that you ask people for honest feedback about who you are, about your brand, and all those kind of things. I almost said something. And then one of the things that I continuously do to kind of assess and refine my own brand is looking at my own goals. Like, I know it's so easy to look at other people and what they got going on and how they're doing things and how they're moving forward. But that's how you get discouraged, because you looking on somebody else's paper, you looking at somebody else's paper, looking at their bag, looking how they growing, all of that kind of stuff. That's how you will put yourself in a deep ass depression trying to keep up with somebody else, because you don't know their story. You don't know how they got there. You don't know what they did to get there, because somebody probably slept their way to the top and you over here mad like, damn, they got there quick. Well, yeah, they was out here being slutted out.
Well, here's the thing, and the
And
best way to
know.
The best way to put that to you want their glory, but you absolutely don't know their story.
Absolutely.
You just saying the glory part of it. You don't know what the story was behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You have no idea.
Come on,
he said that might work though, Leo. Seriously.
I mean, it might. Okay, it might, but you know, That ain't for everybody. Everybody can't sleep their way to the top and get slutted out and then be out here making cash money. So that might make a difference. Okay. But one of the ways that you can really, really, really start putting your personal brand out there. Okay, Doc, with the quote, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Confucius. Okay, period.
That's how you get ate by mountain lions, Doc.
Leave your own trail.
Shut up. But one of the things you can do, and this way y'all need to start writing stuff down because I'm finna give y'all some tidbits of information and stuff. So one thing you can do is define your unique value proposition. Okay. I know that was a lot. Just call it the UVP. All right.
They got pills for that?
UVP. So what it means is
I was thinking the same thing.
The formula would be I help who are you helping? I help who do what by how. So you would fill in I help women do their hair by such and such, or I help people find their personal style by being a fashion and wardrobe stylist and doing personal styling services. And then you can break down those services based on those things, okay? So another thing, one other things that you would be very specific. So one of my things is I'm gonna just use PGC. What makes PGC Media stand out is its commitment to uplifting plus size voices authentically. So that's what the platform is for. Our platform helps people to tell their stories and to help people reach the goals that they are looking to reach in whatever way possible. So just like on here, we talk about a number of things, but also we have PGC After Dark. Our goal is to build community. So that's what we do. So consistency is key. You got to be consistent. All right. So your unique value proposition is how you form the foundation of the messaging that you're putting out. So all of the things that you're putting out, all of the things that you're creating, all the things that you're building and growing, that's what you use to start building your social media footprint. And I know some of y'all like, what the fuck is all of this, Leo? It's going to help you build your personal brand. It's going to help you get to this next level. It's going to help you to figure out how to show up in spaces that you really want to show up in. Because sometimes we really be wanting to show up in certain spaces, but we don't know how. We don't know what value we bring to the room. We don't know what value we bring to the people that we are trying to give the information to. So you got to know what value you bring in order to present yourself as such. And don't let imposter syndrome punk you out of something that you're supposed to have. Don't let it punk you out of your promise. Okay? All right. So then you refine your online
Stop talking
presence.
about me, Leo.
Huh?
Stop talking about me.
Yo.
You see the picture.
Yeah, he completely went off camera though. Like, that's crazy.
I study. So the next thing, you will refine your online presence. So audit your platforms. We talked about this in one of our trainings, that you'll audit your platforms. You go through your social media platforms and update your bio. We did that. We updated the bios. You change your profile picture, and then come up with a strategy to put your content out. Sometimes, I'm gonna be honest, I hate the thought of creating content.
Yes, you do.
I hate the thought of creating content because I'd be like, nah, I got to be authentic or I'm not going to do it. Or, you know what I'm saying? I really have to be in the mood to create some stuff. And I just like, no, I don't want to do it. And that's just one thing I know I have to get over. And I'm still working on that. But I also still be like, everything is content. And so I be trying to figure out how to put myself out there authentically in such a way that it's not fake. Because even though, so this is one of the things, even though I'm a plus size girly and I have a brand that is geared towards helping plus size people use their voices authentically, I don't always want to talk about being plus size.
Ooh.
Y'all already see that I'm plus size. Why I gotta talk about it all the time?
Well,
but I can talk about my experiences from the standpoint of being a Black woman, but also being a plus size Black woman. You know what I'm saying? A plus size Black woman in her 40s. I can talk about it from a plus size,
right.
or I can just talk about it from the standpoint of being a Black woman, from the standpoint of being a Black woman with no children. When people keep asking you when you're gonna have kids because they think your uterus is supposed to just follow the status quo. But it's a bunch of things. And so we have to be mindful that just because sometimes you don't have to fall in the line. Don't let people box you in. That's what I'm trying to say.
Sometimes you gotta wear a wig. That's all.
Yeah, don't let people box you in. See, thank you, Doc. And that's the point. Like, our content isn't just for plus size women. So the platform is not gonna always just be like plus size women. And for those of you all who did not know, let me just tell you real quick. The name did not come from, huh?
It's for plus size men too.
Yes, it's for both, but also
and Doc got a plus size cranium. So
the name did not come from it being about other people. The name came from the Chronicles being about me. It started about me. This journey started about me, my things, my journey, my things that I wanted to talk about, getting shit off my chest, and just having a good time. That's what it wanted. That's where the name came from. But over time, the platform grew, the platform changed, but I did not change the name because there are ways to incorporate other people and other things into what we're doing without having to change the name, without having to rebuild a whole new platform and change all the things. You know what I'm saying? So the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast is a part of the Fat Girl Chronicles, PGC Media, and PGC After Dark. They all fall under the umbrella of Leo Rochelle. These are things that I created for the peoples. And so you gotta be real clear about your reasoning. And that was what I started. I wanted to create a platform for people to be able to tell their stories. But my story was first. My story was first. You know, I wanted to tell my story. And then the more I grew, I wanted to give people the space to tell their stories because it was too many voices not being heard and too many stories not being told. So that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
So I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Answers.
So for a person who listening to us right now, they want to start a brand, they got the vision, they see the vision. What are and this question is for everybody, so I want everybody to answer this question. What are the first 3 things that they need to do?
Set an appointment with Leo. That's the first thing you do.
Nah, you have to have confidence in your idea.
Yeah, first you have to find your passion.
Find
your passion. What's your
Yeah.
Find
out
within the idea.
Something that you can do every single day and not get tired of it.
And not get paid for it.
And not get paid for it, because sometimes it's gonna be free.
Come on, I mean, I'm doing the wrong
That's
thing.
just the reality.
I masturbate every day and don't get paid for it.
See?
Ha!
You need to get on that OnlyFans,
Damn.
brother. They pay you. They'll pay you for that.
Could
Wow.
have went
There you go.
the rest
Thank
of
you.
my whole day
Thank you.
without knowing that.
Damn, you could have just
Could have went the rest of my life.
We
This
listen and we
escalated
don't
real
judge,
fast. I just
Leo.
want to let y'all
No,
know.
I'm judging. I listen and I judge. Okay.
so the first thing is what?
Find your passion.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's two?
How are you going? How is your brand going to help that passion?
Yeah. Find your why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Finding your why. That's why I said
That's what Leo
knowing
told
your
me all the
value
time.
proposition, knowing what you bring to the world, knowing what you bring to the table.
And what's three?
Yeah, let's don't get if you a podcaster, let's don't get on a microphone because they $20 on Amazon. Like find your why.
Right.
Okay. What's three?
And what's going to separate you from the rest of the
From
10,000
everybody.
people?
Find
That's part of the value
your niche.
proposition.
Somebody asked me that. Somebody asked me that last night, and I was like, "So you're gonna be raw? You're gonna be raw and raunchy?" But I was like, "What about the headhunter that got the podcast? So the people that talk about sex all the time, they raw and raunchy too.
It's a
So
gang of them.
what's gonna make the people that's looking at them leave them and come look at you?
Mhm.
That's what I told them. What's gonna separate you?
What's gonna separate
the
you
rest
from
of it.
everybody else? Okay, what's
Yep.
three?
Yeah.
What's the third one?
Just fucking start. Just start.
Yeah.
And book with Leo.
I'm just saying that y'all. This is for the people in the back row that's sitting around thinking about like, I wish I should.
Doc got a good one.
Here's my first three. I'm with y'all. What is it that you really? What's your purpose? And two is, how is it going to help everybody else around you? And then three is, write the vision and then execute.
Or if you want to
gotta
help
see
somebody.
it.
Some people don't want to help people.
No, but and it's all depends on what is it that what is your purpose in whatever you choose to do, whatever it is it going to benefit anybody? Is anybody going to get anything from it, or what are you exactly trying to do or leave with somebody? Because my whole thing is do something, say something that's going to last longer than you.
Yeah.
But also, like Pablo said, some people aren't doing it for other people. Like I literally started this for myself, but then it grew into being. Yeah. So sometimes you got to start with what you know. Like start with where you at. And that's why I said just fucking start.
There's 9 billion people on this planet.
So
if you can get 100 people to listen to your show, that's a victory.
Exactly.
You put 100 people in a room to watch you do a live show. That's very impressive. So,
take for instance the young lady on what is it, TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I think she's everywhere now. She cooks, but she called it Cooking with Kaya. Now she's
Cooking with Kaya. Yeah,
Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. So she just made that little phrase right there and did her little thing, and it separated her from everybody else.
And all she did was cook. And look, she pissed a whole lot of women off.
Sure did.
Yeah.
A whole lot. And then it was one that I listened to when I watched, and I had to respond to the girl. I said, she making you that uncomfortable because she did something that she wanted to do. And now y'all pissed off because she made one simple statement. It's like, I can take your man because I can cook. Right. 99% of y'all don't cook. So she kind of tells y'all the truth. And what you mad for?
Yeah.
Leave this little girl alone.
Which means some of y'all brag about not cooking.
Exactly.
Brag about it.
But you can't tell them.
Alone. She ain't bothering nobody. All she did was she did a whole little dance and she cooked.
That's it.
And she just showed her recipe. That's it. That's
it.
But that's just like the pandemic. Like people's like, yeah, I can sit in the house. But then when the government say sit in the house,
you didn't want to
say,
say
who you talking to? Like, yeah, so they like, yo, I'm not cooking. But when somebody say I'm gonna cook for him, like, who you cooking for? You ain't cooking for him. Like,
I got a segment coming out called Eating with Dale. Eating with Dale.
Okay. Mouth.
Doc said the first 2 for 1 episode was scary, but then we kept doing it and people kept reaching out to us to be on based on word of mouth.
Yeah.
Another pointer is don't be afraid to evolve your brand as time moves
Yeah, I
forward.
did tell a lot of people.
You got to change with the time.
Shut up.
Yeah, Doc.
Because that class that I just went and took, it taught me a whole lot, and it taught me how I was shortchanging myself and not pushing what I needed to push. And then me and Leo just had a conversation the other day. For the last 3 days, I've been sitting at this computer and creating stuff that I wasn't making time for before, but I was making time to do stuff for your job. But how the hell am I not making time for what I love to do? And you ain't got to pay me for this all the time. This is just me.
Mm-hmm.
And I told Leo, I said that's the end. That's it. It is. Ain't no excuse no more. And I got a thing that's on my computer screen that said excuses are only good for those who use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stop making no excuse and do it afraid.
Yep.
My whole thing, I've changed the word fear to fight for everything and reach for it. Stop, do it afraid.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna never grow if you don't go.
Yeah, I remember me and Doc was on live talking about COVID. Because I mean, like when it first came out and everybody was scared, and Doc said, I'll come on there and just talk and tell like the truth and what we see over here on this side because he's in the hospitals. Like a month later, Doc had his own show. Like he was like, let's go. And then I was proud of him for that. So
it's just you gotta just do it and do it afraid, do it scared. And it's some things that it's something that you want to do that's been planted in you, but you scared that ain't nobody gonna pay attention to it. Do it and watch. Do it and watch.
Doc, you got a bunch of pictures of Coke in your office, don't you?
That's how you know he's smart.
Right. He just got a gang of quotes. Just sitting.
A gang of quotes.
But this was also the quote that was in the back of my mind. Excuses are tools of the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness. I don't know the whole thing, but
who said that? Special
that's
Ed?
to sum it up. That's to sum it up.
Oh, when he pledged. That's his quote.
Yeah, but it's a real quote. I'll find it and give it to y'all. Give me 1 second. But Anisha, you got some good points as far as like continuously building out a brand or even getting started. Like the real deal is just fucking doing it. Like even when you don't know. Like I started podcasting because I was doing radio. I was doing radio, and when something happened to the owner of the radio station, I'm like, I gotta figure out what's next because I wasn't done. I want to keep going. So what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Because we don't know when she coming back. We don't know if the radio station gonna keep going. So what can I do?
Not using first 48. That's crazy.
So I was up here trying to figure it out. I had to figure that shit out. And then I found a bunch of other stuff and a bunch of other ways to like, that's how I came across Anchor. Cause if I want to do something, I'm gonna find a way, baby.
And that look, you sometimes you just gotta find a way. When I started doing this, y'all, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I had so many vendors and I went through so many people. And then I got to the point where, you know what, Niche, you're going to teach yourself how to do it. And I have taught myself how to do things.
The quote comes from Vernon Brundage Jr. Excuses are tools of incompetence used to build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. And those who use them seldom specialize in anything.
Hello.
That sounds like something a black man was
saying. Look, but you know something else that keeps me going. What's the movie that Samuel L. Jackson played in when he was the basketball coach?
Coach Carter.
He kept asking them, what is their deepest fear?
Yeah, what is the deepest fear?
What is your deepest fear?
That's
by
the
Nelson
deepest fear
Mandela.
is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. That thing, and I have it wrote out because it's true. It's not that we just scared.
Mm-hmm.
We scared to succeed.
Yo,
You will never know
that.
if you can be successful until you get on the other side of it. You will never know.
Doc said 1 fish, 2 fish.
I can't stand him.
That's why I bust out laughing.
That is what
give
a dog a bone.
Fine.
I can't stand him.
Party out of time. So the full thing is our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel unsure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. As we let our light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And that is quoted in Nelson Mandela's inaugural speech in 1994.
He was talking ass, boy. He was talking ass.
Hey, talk that shit, boy. But
so, Leo,
let's
say somebody has a brand. They've been had a brand, and like Ayla said, was a little skip in the road. Mm-hmm. How did they get that confidence back to jump back out there?
You got to go back to your why. You got to remember why you got started to begin with, because life is going to always give you those speed bumps. Mm-hmm. Some shit is going to slow you down, but also while you are being slowed down, while you are having a moment to sit down or whatever the case may be, remember to look at the lessons in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was saying, like, people don't talk about how hard it is to like keep your brand going while life is doing its thing over here. And you just have to continuously remember your why. Remember that it ain't about you, because we're not really here to serve ourselves. We're here to serve a purpose for other people. And so if you continue to go back to that why, like, why did I even start this? Why did I even want to do this? You really got to ask yourself them real questions. And if you still, like, if you go to bed that night and the next morning you feel like you just want to keep going, that's how you know. Like, if it's something that you cannot stop thinking about doing, if it's something that you like, your brain is always on 1,000, you go to sleep thinking about it, you wake up thinking about it, you think about it randomly while you just going about your day, put your time and effort into that, regardless of, you can only do it 1 day a week. Use your 1 day. Figure out a way to make it 2 days. Figure out a way to make it 3 days. Because eventually you'll get the momentum that you need to really get back into it and get that momentum going and figure out, okay, well, I had these people over here, but I don't have these people no more. Now it's just me. And now it was just me. Now I got me and this person. And now it was me and this person. Now I got me, this person, that person. So, you really just have to figure out the blessing and the lesson in that bump in the road, regroup. And then, if you wake up the next morning, you still want to keep doing it, then you regroup and start planning and plotting. That's it. And know that your idea is needed and necessary. Mm-hmm. Because even if somebody else is doing the exact same thing as you, it's still not the exact same thing as you. because they don't have you. So it
Exactly.
ain't the exact same thing. They don't have you, and your ideas are yours. Now, sometimes your ideas are yours, and then their ideas is theirs, and they might look similar. But also be like, damn, okay, I like that. But know that there is something different. There's a tweak. There's a one-off. And that may be the thing that gets you going. That may be the thing that be like, oh, no, I like when they do that over there. I don't like when they do that over there, though. You know what I'm saying? So remember your why. Remember who the fuck you are in the midst of everything that you're doing. Remember who you are. Remember who you serve. Remember your purpose in all of what you're doing. Like, that's the real deal. Remember your purpose. Because sometimes I'll be wanting to fuck it all. I'm clocking out.
Right, but then you got to remember that purpose ain't for you, it's for somebody else.
Yeah, but even for me, I'll be like, man, fuck them people.
And we all getting that point where we be like, man, I'm done. I can't do this.
I'll be like,
And then you be like, and then here you go 2 hours later, like, damn, I just had this idea. Now I'm somewhere writing something else down. Like, I didn't I just say I wasn't gonna do this no more?
Listen, I had a conversation with Moses some months ago and was like, all right, I'm through. And then I text 2 other people. I know I text Pablo and I text somebody else. And when I text the other person, they was like, well, I stand behind what you're doing. No, that's not what you do. You don't do that to me. You don't give me an out.
I'll give you no out because you to text me that. I'd be like, if you don't get your ass off my phone to go do what you finna do and call me later and tell me what the next idea. Tell me what the next idea is, because I'm not trying to hear what you talking about. Bye.
You don't give me an out. And
no
so
way.
Moses called and was like, "What's wrong? Like, where this coming from?"
Right, and that's all you can do is like, okay, and you let them vent, and then you like, okay, so what's the next step? What you finna do now?
Nah, he literally was just like, "Okay, get it all out."
Yeah,
That's it. And we done talking about this. It don't need for us to keep talking.
Yo,
get it all out.
Yo,
Leo and then after that, he was like,
she trying to screw up your day a little bit. You know what I mean? Look, listen, all she be hearing is ATMs in the background. I'm over here making sure I don't get robbed. Then she be like, listen, like, what? I'm listening. I stop what I'm doing. She gonna be like, I think this is over.
You wasn't at work, or you might have been.
Yes, I was.
Either way.
I'm like,
either way, he was just like, I know. I think he was like, I'm finishing up a machine. Give me a minute, and then you call me back.
Yeah,
and was like, okay, get it all out.
Yeah, get it all out. Yeah, come on.
And then like I got it all out, and he was like, okay, did you eat today?
Got hit with that too, man. I see
like,
you
eat today, and I'm like,
I see she
yes,
hungry.
I ate today. On there snotting and crying and everything.
Look, I'm the one that tell you, okay, get it all out. You finished crying. Not going to bathroom.
No, he don't ever say nothing. He just be like, okay.
I'm that one to go wash your face and blow your nose.
Okay,
and,
get it all out. And then
put it in the
like, okay, you working today?
What the next move is.
People like, you working today? And I'd be like, no. Okay, go back to sleep. I'll call you in a little while. Because sometimes I really don't be wanting to quit. It just be like,
it's a lot.
Let me get this shit out. Because I be over here again. That's why I be like, I be really over here by myself. Like, a lot of people really think I be outside and I'm the life of the motherfucking party. Nigga, I work and I come home. I be over here curled up watching Law & Order SVU, Chicago Fire, or Martin, Family Guy, American Dad. One of them. You know, I'm really in my own little bubble. And so a lot of times when I'm in those spaces and I just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm through. I really just be needing to clear mental space because my brain is tired. It's literally my brain be tired. And I really just be like, all right, fuck it. I don't have no brain space. And so every once in a while, like if I text Moses that in like 3 months, he'll be like, okay, cool. Right. But he never says anything. He let me get it all out. And then later that day, he'll call, you good now? It's always a, you good now? No. Okay, well, going back to sleep.
Take a nap.
You need something, what do you need? And that's it. And so it really does help a lot of times to just have those kind of conversations where I can not feel like I got to be in control of everything. And that's okay too. As a personal brand, as a business owner, because even on my social media, on my personal page, I talk about a lot of my journey with therapy and a lot of my journey with like rebuilding my life and regrouping and my fun times and my down times, because that's part of who I am. Like, I don't ever want nobody out here suffering because they think they got to keep all of this shit together. Because social media make you feel like you got to keep all of this shit together sometimes. And I'll be like, oh, Lord.
And what people don't understand is that a lot, and just being honest, some people are not telling you the truth on social media. They done made up a whole damn story to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the truth. Stop thinking that everything that they do it leads back to you want the glory, but you don't know the story. You have no idea what the story is. If you can't be authentically you all the time, and it's okay not to be okay. And look, in this business world of being an entrepreneur, you know how many times I wanted to quit? This shit ain't for the faint, baby. It ain't for the faint. And this is what you really want, that you're going to keep going even on them bad days. Like you said, it's going to be some days where you're going to cry, you're going to scream, you're going to cuss, and you're going to quit 32 times. And when the 33rd time comes, you're going to be like, okay, let me get back to it, because now another idea has popped out, because it was a purpose behind what God gave you. He centered it in you for a reason, because somebody is waiting on you. So now it's time to reintroduce yourself to let the world like, hey, this me, this what I do, this who I am, and here I am. And this is easy. This ain't easy. And if you thinking that this is easy, please don't come into this thinking that every day is going to be a ball of cherries and you're going to make $9 million from day one. Ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not.
It's easy. Everybody can do it.
It's not. If it was that easy, we all would have it. Mm-hmm. It's not that easy. Because typically in the first 7 years of being in business, you really ain't making no profit.
Nothing.
It's going right back into it.
Year 4, not a damn thing going on.
It's going right back into it.
This is generally me after some months of not having enough brain space and not crying and not saying shit. I am literally somewhere like this.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it, baby.
Tired and fucked up and tired and crying and trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, but I came on here a couple of times and Leo called me right when the show go off.
This is me more often than not, okay?
Yeah, that's you when you all right. I don't know what you talking about, okay?
Shut up, nigga.
It's the shut up nigga for me.
Cause Papa always make it seem like I be this, like I'm a nut job. Like, it'd be so funny.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not no nut job.
It's the shut up nigga for me.
I'm just passionate.
Bro, I told you how you talk to me. See, y'all be thinking I'm playing. That's what I get.
I don't talk to you like that all the time. You make it seem like that's the only way I talk to you. But then when I talk to you nice, or when I talk to you like caring and sweet and stuff, you and Moses act like that is foreign. So I'll be like, fuck it.
It kind of is.
Fuck it. I'm going to go back to what I know.
Okay. I'm comfortable.
Yeah, we here now.
Shit. Okay, Mouth, why you quiet?
Huh?
Why you quiet?
I'm listening to the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mouth.
he's soaking it all in.
Mouth over there tired. Why he lying?
If I have when you go to
Mouth over
Atlanta,
there ready to go to
you get
bed.
tired.
look, if y'all only knew half of what Mouth did and what that happened to him, and this man is still going, man, you ain't got no excuse.
That's
You
right.
ain't got no excuse.
Yep. Mouth the prototype.
You ain't got no
Every
excuse.
time I
man.
think about giving up, I think about Mouth.
I hope
You
they
have no
you're the
excuse.
one.
None.
If
Appreciate
not,
y'all.
Yeah, man.
you are the
Still waiting on my hoodie though. That's all
And
right.
and look, I'm serious. It's some days where Mouth, I'm in that mood, and I go watch some videos that he didn't put up and show what he didn't do. I said I wish I would.
Mm-hmm.
half the time I don't see none of y'all in my social media feed. So
I swear it's like I have to go look for
forgive
y'all
me if I
sometimes.
don't interact.
Because
I don't know what's going
you
on.
create a lot. You don't scroll a lot. That's the thing.
Maybe I be trying to scroll,
But I see
Yeah,
Mouth.
yeah.
I see Mouth most of the time on TikTok though.
I don't be on TikTok neither. So this is
I
like
stay
I
on TikTok.
scroll, and so when I don't see nobody that I care about, I get out.
Right. You get you'll see like a podcast and it will piss you off and you be like, yep, I ain't on here no more.
Yeah, like
Or one of those skits, you be like, fake
now
ass.
that'll piss me off. That'll make me want to get off.
Fake
Get
ass
this
skit.
fake shit out of here. So yeah, I don't
something
never
they
want
always
y'all
talk
to
like,
think I
why
don't
are we
love
still
y'all and
talking
don't
about
interact with y'all
50-50?
pages. I just hardly ever see them. Hey Keisha. Hey Miss Parker.
K Pizzle and the Fizzizzle.
Listen, look, Doc, so the thing about TikTok is that they said it's supposed to like start some of the features it's not going anywhere, but they won't be doing any more updates.
No, it'll eventually fizz out where we won't be able to get what we was getting before with it.
Yeah. Elon trying to buy it though.
Hell, I'll leave just cause of that.
Who trying to buy
Now,
it?
if he get it, I'm not participating.
Yeah, if he buys it, I'm definitely.
I'm not
He
participating.
trying to buy it.
I'm coming right off of there. Nope.
Who trying to buy it?
Elon. If he bad, I'm out.
You see, you already saw what happened to Twitter.
It ain't nothing but porn and racism.
Exactly.
It's always been porn.
But yeah, like I used to steal memes from there, but now it's just porn and racism.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not memes. I used to steal memes from there. That's why I stole that picture from that I just posted.
All the original funny memes started on Twitter.
Yeah. That's why I be like, nah, But I ain't even been on there since some years.
They got
remember what the password is to get back into Twitter.
They got Spill, they got Blue Sky, and they got Fan Base. That's that's all. That's us. So
Fan Base and Flip.
Yeah. So everybody jumping over there.
What on Fan Base and Flip?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will continue to share this information about personal branding, but also making sure that your style is up to par, on point, and all those kind of things too. So if you guys ever want to kind of connect with me, go over some personal branding, personal styling, and all that other kind of stuff, reach out to me. I reply to messages. So
told y'all.
Leo, I need some more
Leo.
Some more lipstick colors too.
I got you. What you say, Pablo?
Told him. So book with Leo. I wasn't no joke.
Yeah, I love those kind of conversations. I love those conversations. They kind of help me to be like, oh, okay, well, shit. All right.
And if you have a podcast that's under 20 episodes, or you want to start a podcast, holla at me. I don't play around all the time. Sometimes I'll be serious. So holla at me. I can help you out.
But a lot of all of those, yeah, all of the stuff that you want to do, all the ways that you want to do it, get out here and start. It's the perfect time to start. Give yourself some room, some grace, but get fucking started. All right?
Mal, I got something to tell you. Thank you, sir, for that Red Man album. That damn
You're
album
welcome.
has been on repeat.
Damn, I'm glad you enjoyed
It
it.
has been on repeat.
I ain't gonna hold. I ain't finished. I'm at like song 28. I'm about to tap out.
What are you talking about? Muddy Waters too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't bad.
It's
Yeah,
been on
I'm on song
repeat for me.
28. I be trying to get to the end. I'm like, bruh.
It's been on repeat for me.
I've been in an old school kind of mood lately.
You need to listen to Redman then. Give you that 90s
Nah,
vibe.
I've been when I say old school, I mean like Roberta Flack type.
Oh, Donnie Hathaway and all that.
Donny Hathaway.
Yeah.
Uh,
And you
sound
know
like-
what song that had me in a
sound like my dog.
chokehold all fucking weekend? The song by George Benson, Masquerade.
Wow, I ain't heard that in a long time.
Yeah. That
the
song
vinyl
has had me in a chokehold all weekend. Like it actually, like when I was driving and listening to it, that shit kind of made me cry. Because if you listen to it, it'd be like,
Yeah, we really listen to the words.
Oh, George Benson be talking to people.
He really do.
Mm-hmm.
well, you know, that song came out when I was young. I remember the
Yeah.
fuck out of the song, but I just remember I'm mad. I just remember the chorus. I didn't never listen to the words. So, yeah. Y'all catch me driving and see some tears rolling. That's probably what I'm listening to. But while we in the conversation of having music or talking about music, we finna get into the new music moments, and then we up out of here. But this is for y'all before y'all try to block us and all of that other kind of shit. Okay.
Yeah,
This
Russia.
is a disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. We do not own the rights to the songs being played. This is for entertainment purposes only, not for profit, and in accordance with fair use. The music is credited to to various music artists and companies. Okay. So y'all know. So we finna get into this new music moment. And then we on our way up out of this thing, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in and being here with us. So let's get into it real quick before we go.
Yo, what's up, Fair Fam? It's your man, The Mouth, and it's time for your new music moments. And it's all about the inspiration tonight. We're getting started off with 1K Few, and he calls this one Let Go, Let God. That was 1K Few, let you know to let go and let God. We keeping it moving with Miles Manic, and he calls this one God Ain't Done. In the new music moments, God Ain't Done, and we keeping it moving with Transformation Worship and Mike Teasy and The Weeknd in your new music moments with your man, The Mouth.
Cause he be giving strength in my weakness. With the spirit of the Lord, there is freedom. Yeah, there's freedom. Ay. See the spirits all around you. Even when it's hard to feel, he surrounds you. Your reality is when he is bound to.
Now we keeping it moving with one of my favorite artists, Mr. J Moss, and his brand new single called We in the Front, featuring FLOGIC in your new music moments.
Wondering what are we doing? Did we break up or are we accruing? But he's got my back. Don't let this seat make you think that I'm lacking. Don't forget that I'm made from the greatest creator of all time. We both say no. We in the back like, oh, we in the back like, oh, we in the back like, oh, we in the back like, here we go. We in the
Now it's time for my inspirational single of the week. Shout out to Rock City, Pastor Mike Jr. and his new single, Amen. And your new music moments on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast with your man, The Mouth.
Let me testify, right hand on the Bible. They threw me away, but I'm glad God recycled. Joy came in the morning, glad I made it through the night. Man, it's light work. He put you in the dark and see your light work. He died just for you, that's what your life worth. So go ahead and let your light work. Just let it shine. Yeah.
We gon' go way, way, way up.
Yes, sir.
I'm so full of it.
Full of His love.
I just can't get enough.
Yeah. So let the church say, if you agree with everything He said, let the church say, if you agree with everything He said, this gonna be my year. I'm blessed, no stress. Everybody around me blessed. Say.
That's your single of the week in the new music moments, Mr. Pastor Mike Jr. and Amen. Don't forget to follow me at the_mouth247 on IG. And if you got a party, anything you want me to host, hit me up at themouth247@gmail.com. And if you're interested in being a part of the PGC team, man, hit us up at the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. The Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast at gmail.com. Y'all, hope you enjoyed your new music moment. Hope I inspired you. Hope I gave you inspiration. And like I always say, man, I'm mad.
I'm mad. All right, y'all. Y'all know he gonna bring it to y'all every week with all of the dope stuff, all of the great stuff, all of the good stuff, and all of the new stuff. Okay, make sure.
Inspirational music.
Yeah, I love the inspirational collection there. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
You gotta do it every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. But make sure y'all check out Mouth on Apple Music and all of that good stuff. Go check him out. He got great stuff on there all the time. But also, make sure y'all check out the new music moments right here on the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast and also on our page. Just so y'all know, this is not just the podcast. It is a movement. So we are about to get up out of this thing. We appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling with us tonight. Okay. Make sure y'all catch us next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then catch the Crazy Rich Aunties this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And catch Thursday Night Live, brought to you by Sarkarigus Media Group, on Thursday at 8-ish. Okay. Make sure y'all check out all the dope things that we got going on, dope things we got coming up. If you have not joined our Facebook group, make sure you check us out, the Fat Girl Chronicles Podcast Facebook group. We got a whole bunch of chats going on over there. And it is to continuously build out our community. Come check out all the chats that we got over there. We got something for everybody over there. And then we have some of the dopest conversations, just like we have right here. Okay. So, I think that's it. I think that's all. Don't forget. This.
Don't give a damn, man.
Fat Fam, the ultimate tropical getaway is here. Join us for the Fat Fam Fiesta, the Punta Cana edition, happening September 18th through the 22nd, 2025, at the luxurious Royalton Chic in Punta Cana, an all-inclusive, adults-only resort. You heard me right. Brought to you by the Fat Girl Chronicles and Unforgettables. This trip is all about good vibes, great times, great connections, and unforgettable memories. We want you to relax with cocktails by the pool, dance the night away at curated events, and soak up the sun in paradise. It's time to celebrate you. Lock in your spot today at bit.ly/FatFamFiesta. That's Fat Fam with the PH. Fat Fam Fiesta Punta Cana edition, September 18th through the 22nd, 2025. Pack your bags, baby, because paradise is calling. All right. Make sure y'all join us. Punta Cana, September 18th through the 22nd. You still got time to book. Go book. Unforgettables is always doing an amazing thing when it comes to travel for PGC and if you need them. So make sure you check out Unforgettables on Facebook and Instagram. All right. But for real, this time we up out of here. Y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, y'all, don't do it with your half-ass.
What happened?
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with her?
Pablo with these little
What are you
motherfuckers.
That's what's wrong with Pablo. What
You
are
should have
you
saw the
doing?
little hands when I started saying it. He threw them motherfuckers up so quick. You stupid, bruh. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half-ass, y'all. Do it with your whole ass. We
Okay.
about this thing. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will
Peace.
see y'all next week. Make sure, actually on Thursday. Make sure you love somebody. All right? Loving yourself and each other, y'all. We up out.
Peace.
That's goofy.
You gotta do it with your whole ass.